Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're going to be doing, the mid-July love check-in for the sign of Leo. Alright, for all my regulars, you know how we do this, right? We're going to get right into the Romance Oracle deck. Get your 2 cards out and see what the overall energies are regarding relationships, okay? Love relationships in particular for mid-June. Mid-July. Can't believe we're already halfway through July nearly. It's like the year is racing by. So, if you have not been to this channel before, you just landed here as a consequence of surfing around, and here you are. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for stopping and watching. Cross watchers, of course, you're always welcome. Let's get right into it. Get your 2 cards out. Alright, Leo, your first card is, you deserve love. Beautiful. And deception. Woo! Rarely comes out, but when it does, free yourself at the bottom of the deck. Alright, so we're going to get right into it. This could mean a whole lot of things, a whole lot of scenarios. Right? But you're lovable. You deserve love. And there's some deception going on somewhere along the line. Somebody's wearing a false mask. So let's see what that is indeed all about. Get your 9 cards out from the traditional Rider-Waite deck. Rider-Waite-Smith deck, really, right? All right, what's going on with our lovely Leos this mid-July? Show me a clear picture, clear message, a concise story, something that will resonate with those Libras who have come to this video today, who happen upon this video and this tarot reading. We want affirmations, reaffirmations. We want to see warning signs. Whatever the story holds for those who are either with their lover or coming toward their lover. Those of us who perhaps are trying to get out of a difficult relationship, right? So, give me the message that you want me to have and to share with our beautiful Leos. Show me. All right, Leos, here we go. We're going to get right into your read. I love this Free Yourself card. It's one of the most magical ones in the deck with that unicorn there. Very strong energy. All right, Leos, right out the gate, we have 9 of Pentacles. I love this card. It's very similar to the Queen of Pentacles. We have 8 of Major Arcana, so there you are showing up in your own reading. This is the card for Leo. And Sun. Beautiful. 3 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Inspiration is coming in. And Emperor. Aries energy. We have, there you go, your 7 of Wands. People throwing obstacles in your way. You've got a King of Cups. And a 7 of Cups. Interesting. Wonder where the deception lies, and here we go. 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So you deserve love. Free yourself, right? You deserve love and free yourself. Bottom of the deck, interestingly enough, we have 5 of Pentacles, 5 being the number for power struggle. All right, so a power struggle you've lost most recently, a power struggle that's left you more financially worse off. It's left you financially paying the bill, or as it were, right? So 5 of Pentacles is not only about it being abandoned, it's about losing a power struggle with someone, right? Someone's been vying with you for control over perhaps a job, a scenario, a situation, a project, whatever the case may be. Something to do with the material world, certainly. Can also be matters of the heart, right? However, the power struggle has left you financially, right, worse off, paying the bill. Oftentimes this card comes out when we're going through a divorce or separation, or we're breaking up with somebody and you're the one who has to move out, or they move out. Now you have to pay all the bills yourself. You know, that kind of energy. So, yeah, most recently there has been some difficulty, right? Could be that that's where the deception comes in. You certainly felt abandoned by someone. But coming in, let's get right into the first card coming in. I love this card, Nine of Pentacles. 9 being the number for your relationship to yourself, how you see yourself. 9 of Pentacles, though, talks about having attained a lot of wealth, a lot of abundance, right? You doing well, right? She's doing very well for herself. She's in her own garden there. She has mastery over the fowl, which shows, you know, her excellent business sense, her excellent ingenuity, right? Her great strategy. She's a great strategist, right? A master at things in terms of manifesting wealth. But she's alone. She's alone in the garden. And 9 is the number for solitary work, doing solitary work, or being in solitude, being somewhat alienated sometimes, right? Or just separated in a way. Here, she's separated almost by her wealth, by her status, by all the things that she has attained, right? Beautiful as though they are. 9 of Pentacles is when you're at this stage where you've attained a lot, but you do feel kind of like, at what cost? You know, I can't seem to find somebody who I can share this garden with. You know, they either get scared off by your status and your wealth, or they can't, you know, keep up with it. And so it causes, you know, disharmony and the power exchange, the energy exchange. You know, certainly if you're a woman and you're very successful and you're dating men, sometimes that can be really difficult to find a man who can either keep up with your success or isn't intimidated by it, right? Sometimes we're alienated by our success from our friends, long-term friends. You know, you grow up together, and sometimes there's one person in the group who kind of goes into the stratosphere as far as their success, right? They may become famous, they may become rich, and it causes a rift, right? It separates you. It separates you from those around you, almost alienating you from those around you, right? So there's a sense of isolation right now and a feeling like, you know, I am ready to share my wealth with somebody, but there's no cups on the board except down here. And we'll get into that. This is more dreaming and wish fulfillment down here. But in terms of a relationship, it's quite interesting. I feel like you've come out of a relationship and it's like it did cause you a lot of financial pain, and you kind of worked your way out of it. And up until now, this 9 of Pentacles, although most of the time the message with the 9 of Pentacles is someone is looking to kind of share their wealth, I think for you, you're quite happy being there alone in a way, because I think you know that the last time you know, put all your eggs into one basket, like you ended up paying the price, and you're not quick to do that yet, right? Strength is here, right? Strength is here. You are showing up in your own reading, Leo, right? So it's like very much about you getting into your energy, right? Into that Leo energy, being strong, confident. I think that you feel like you need to get back to who you are a bit. I think you feel like most recently some of the knocks that you've taken have kind of really like, you know, knocked you off your square a little bit, knocked you off your kind of Leo pedestal. And I don't mean pedestal in any kind of negative way, but the Leo is a beautiful sign, right? I mean, Leos are fiery and they do have a big ego and they like to be the center of attention, but they are extremely lovable because they also want all the things they want for themselves, they truly do want for others as well. You know, they're not selfish in that way. And so I just feel like, yeah, you've had a bit of a rough time recently, Leo, and it's very much about you getting back into who you are, your energy, certainly, right? The sun is coming out, so I think you're starting to feel better, right? You're starting to feel, there's going to be times this month, certainly this mid-July period, where you start to get some affirmations coming in, starting to remind you of who you are. The sun is another 9 card in a way. It's the 19. First 9 is Hermit. Second 9 is Sun. So again, the figure is still alone, right? But they've kind of, they're alone now in a different way. They're alone, whereas the hermit goes away to be alone and to work on spiritual matters. The sun is all about kind of being alone in plain sight, right? Being that Leo, being popular, having friends, but also realizing that even in the sun, sometimes you can feel quite alone. You can feel quite solitary. You can feel like there is no one there really to share it with. And again, it's another stage of our spiritual evolution of learning how to enjoy these moments, enjoy these affirmations, but understand as well that it's all about sharing the sunshine and making room in your life, right? Sometimes we have so much success and abundance and beautiful things coming in, and we forget to make room in our life for someone to share it with us. We're so busy experiencing it ourselves and just going. And then you find out that, yeah, you're experiencing it, but you're experiencing it in a kind of lonely way because there's no one there next to you to share it with. However, in order for that to happen, you have to make room for that person. You can't just be so consumed with your success that there's no room for anybody, because then you're just you're only ever going to experience that success on your own, right? Now, strength, you showing up in your own card, okay, that's you, but also let's understand a little bit deeper about this Leo card. This 8, this is the 8 of the major arcana. 8 talks about strengths and weaknesses, right? Talks about boundaries, right? And so learning what your boundaries are, right? Learning how to, when you get into your Leo energy, your strength energy, right? You're learning how to accept certain sides of you. If you know that there are certain types of relationships and you end up being weaker for, you end up being in a worse position because they tap into something where you're just not able to stand up to that sort of individual or that sort of relationship, then you need to put up boundaries, right? Then we start to put up boundaries that protect us. I'm talking about in a healthy way, though. Not just blocking people out, but, having criteria, having standards, saying, look, unless you fulfill these standards, right? Unless you're at least, this healthy emotionally, mentally, right? If you, at least I require a certain amount of emotional, mental health for somebody before I get personally involved with somebody, right? So if you're showing me signs that you're a toxic individual, or if you're showing me signs and attributes of individuals I've been with before where it ended up not being a very happy relationship, if I'm seeing those, I'm going to put up a boundary. I'm going to say, no, then I'm going to put up, and it's not so much putting up a wall, because people say, oh, you're putting up walls, let your walls down, let me in. It's amazing how many people are unwilling to accept rejection. Sometimes somebody just doesn't love you as much as you love them, and they just don't want to be with you anymore. It's not always about, well, he's got his walls up, and I'm trying to chip away and get him to understand that deep down inside somewhere, he's just scared. All of that is just like projection, right? We project when we get into that space. Boundaries are good at times, right? Putting up boundaries are good. Having criteria for the type of individual that you will allow in your life is good. It's positive. And if you think about your children, you have a criteria for your children. If your daughter or your son is dating somebody, you don't want them just dating any old bum up the street and giving him a chance, All of a sudden, giving, each and every person a chance, no matter how effed up they are from the start, no matter how effed up they continue to treat you, suddenly that concept is out the window when we think about our children, right? Because for our children, we require a certain standard because we know their worth. So knowing your own worth is all about this, right? Is what the 8 major arcana is all about. Leo energy is all about. Knowing your worth, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, facing up to those weaknesses, and knowing how to put boundaries and strategies and restrictions in place so that people don't take advantage of those weaknesses, right? So that's quite a nice, little kind of space that you're starting to come back into, right? You're starting to understand that about yourself, certainly after having this heartbreak. I think this is probably a relationship that has broken up with, and left you kind of a little bit in pain. This is probably sometime in the last Anyway, anytime from months to the last couple of years, perhaps, right? And so, but right now, you're coming out of your shell a little bit. You're starting to understand that you do deserve love, and you're starting to free yourself and take control back by taking control of your life and your relationships back, right? But Three of Pentacles is also coming in, and Three of Pentacles shows that right now this is a great time for you in your profession as well. You're coming into a period, it may have been quite lean years for a little while, but you're starting to come back into a period where people are seeking you out for your craft, for your mastery of your craft, for your abilities, right? You're starting to get recognition. You have a great reputation, right? So Three of Pentacles is works. It's when you come together with like-minded individuals and they invite you in. You know, here they've kicked you out, but Three of Pentacles, they're inviting you back in. Work with us. They want you to be a part of the team, the project, the job, what have you. And it's very good energy, Three of Pentacles. It's very self-affirming, certainly in the field of your material, your job, your career, whatever brings you money. If you're an artist, it's the field that you're passionate about, and also the idea that, yes, money is starting to come in. And so as a result of this, you get a burst of inspiration and self-esteem coming in. Ace of Wands is, not only is it creative inspiration, but it's also a sense of confidence, right? To be truly creatively inspired and to believe in it, you also have to be confident, right? If you don't have confidence, you're not going to believe in any of your ideas. So confidence and inspiration go hand in hand, right? And exercising the two emotions inside of us is quite necessary. And so, yeah, as a result of some of this attention that you're getting in your life, in your profession, and remember here I said the sun, it certainly seems that most recently all eyes are on you in a way, right? You're getting this burst of inspiration coming in, perhaps an idea, a new idea, a new creative idea, right? And the Emperor comes in. So, who is the Emperor? I'm not sure. Someone. You've piqued someone's interest, Leo. This could be a love interest. This could be someone who is just a friend, a peer, right? Someone's interested now. Now, I think this person is certainly interested as a result of your work. But where this leads, I don't know, because the Emperor is Aries energy, and so he's always a little bit childlike. He's formidable, this character, but he can be quite childish and quite immature at times. He's quite stable. And like I said, this is just kind of like he just pops his head in out of nowhere. We don't really know where this is going to go. There's no indication that this could go to just being a mentor, friendship, or lover relationship, but it's somebody who's interested. And I don't think you've met this person before. I think this is a new individual, and so that's why we don't really know. But he's playing a really big part because he's showing, not only is he showing up in the reading, but as an Emperor. He's coming in as Emperor energy. This individual is the Emperor coming in. So this could very well be the head honcho on whatever project that you're here, that you're coming in on here, or job, right? Or whatever this occurrence event is here. That's kind of that you're being brought into. That's giving you all this creative inspiration. There is an overseer, I want to say, a supervisor, a head honcho, the main man, and that's him. And he's got his eye on you as a result of your involvement. It's quite interesting to see where this is going to go. You also feel, as a result, I think, this month of a lot of your work coming in. Now, this is for a single, I believe this is very much for a single Leo. Right? Unless, of course, you have been involved with somebody. We'll get back to, I'm going to get back to how this could be for someone who's involved. But I believe that I very much believe this reading is for a single Leo, because this Five of Pentacles energy is so strong, right? And a lot of what you're going through here is very kind of separate energy. It's like it would be hard, I think it would be difficult for you to be in this headspace if you were actually with somebody. Unless you're dating somebody that it's very, very, very casual. If you are dating or you are, kind of with somebody, Leo, I'm going to, in your mind, it's very casual. Even if they don't think so, in your mind it's so casual, it's not even showing up as any kind of major relationship. It might be a little bit of fun, but deep down inside, you're still kind of struggling with this idea of deserving love. And you're still kind of struggling, and I don't want to say struggling, but you're still wrestling, right, with this idea. And you're still kind of getting your feet back in terms of freeing yourself and getting your control back. And so that's why I'm saying this reading is very much for a single Leo out there. Certainly after you went through this, you're still kind of healing from it, right? Okay, so now we get back down to it here. As a result, not only are you single, you're only just now starting to think about letting love back in, true love. You're getting a lot of opposition. Here's your first Seven of Wands. You're getting a lot of people coming at your throat, at your neck. I think this is coming as a result of this. You've been invited in on something and you're pissing people off. People are getting jealous, right? 7 is the number for dreams and wishes, right? Goals and aspirations. 7 of Wands talks about people who come to kind of like chip away at your dreams, right? They try to throw a monkey wrench in at your plans, right? And so it's jealous energy, it's envious energy, and it forces you to have to come up with very creative ways to deal with them and to defend your position, right? To remain ambitious. This is the card that kind of like when you're on your path to accomplishing your goals, sometimes you waver on the path because you lose a little confidence, right? Maybe you lose a little bit of your ambition because it's been quite hard. Maybe you've had a lot of people attacking you along the way saying you're crazy, you're not going to make it. And so this card is just kind of like that wavering moment where where you're like, it's either fight or flight. And here he's fighting. He's like, no, I'm going to stand my ground. I do believe in what I'm doing, right? I don't care what you think, right? And you find very creative solutions to deal with these obstacles. And it's a blessing in disguise because whenever we go through suffering or hardship, whenever things that we desire are kept from us, it causes us to strive harder. And that's how we evolve. That's how we learn, right? And that's how our soul starts to, exercise and increase, that muscle. It's So it's in disguise, it's always an opportunity for us to become better at who we are and who we want to be, closer to our natural selves, our natural soul selves. Our spirit, our spirituality as it is in its essence. We come closer to that as we have strife in our life that causes us to want to overcome it. Right? We desire things as human beings, and when anything stops us from getting to our desire, it spurs us on and it forces us to come up with solutions. It forces us to break new ground and to learn things, and it's through that we evolve, right? So yeah, you're going to have a lot of that coming in. And then here you go, you've got a King of Cups, so somebody's got a lot of love, right? Somebody also, now this person though, I'm not feeling so much like this is necessarily a mate. This could just be an older relative or a good friend of yours, right? Because King of Cups is kind of like he's the great nurturer. He's the great, like, gentle giant father. He's the one that hugs the children when they've gotten hurt instead of telling them to get up and, dust it off. Right? He's the committed husband. He cares for his wife. He looks to his wife to ensure that she has everything she needs. The King of Cups is the one who he's the one who's married. He's the one who's with the wife who's the passionate, dramatic wife, and she kind of almost runs the household, even though he is the king. But his part, the way he sees his role is to always support her and to exalt her, because he understands, he sees how she is so open and vulnerable, right? He's more like the structural side of that love, maintaining it. He wants the commitment. He wants to take care of the children, right? He wants to support the marriage. He understands what he wants, and he understands what other people want, right? And he understands how to be able to give love to all of his children and all of his, his subjects, right? This is the man who knows how to spread love to all of his subjects, to everyone around him. He's not stingy with it. He's not the Knight of Cups, which is non-committed or confused. He's the King of Cups. He knows who he is, and he knows how to bestow his love and his emotions on people to make them stronger. Right. And so again, I feel like this is just an individual who's come in to kind of like support you. This could be an auntie or an uncle visiting you. It's not gender specific, but this could be an older relative who's very affectionate towards you, who's you feel is like quite a rock at times for you in terms. All right, sorry about that little cut there. My camera just filled up and cut off on me, so I had to erase some stuff and get back into it. Okay, so again, like I said, I feel like this is like someone, a relative, a friend, or a close friend, or an auntie, an uncle, right? A big sister, a cousin, someone in your life who is really a rock to you, who gives you a lot of support in your emotions, right? When you're feeling kind of down, when you're feeling like you're needing recharging, right? And they might be coming in. They might be coming for a visit, coming to hang out. You know what I mean? Help you through this kind of period now. You know, they know you've had like a rough period over the last couple of years, right? They know that you may have been single. You know, this last relationship that you got out of was hit you quite hard. Look, you've got 2 of Cups at the bottom as well underneath the 5 of Pentacles. So certainly coming out of this, you're looking for romance and a relationship again, but you're really just trying to heal out of this, right? Now, this deception card could be very much this energy down here, right? When people are coming at you and they're trying to take your goals from you, they're trying to throw obstacles in your way. They may be doing it in the form of sowing gossip, sowing lies, right? Telling you falsehoods, right? Just trying to deceive you. So watch out, because there's definitely a, energy here, kind of hateration energy coming at you, right? Now, it may not just be somebody coming straight into your face and telling you suck. It could be also just like, people being very deceptive behind the scenes, and then then the effect of all of that is you having to defend yourself against stuff. So just watch out. Certainly if you feel like you're being attacked out of nowhere and you're like, where's all of this coming from? Then look behind the scenes and dig a little deeper. I'm pretty sure you'll find out that someone along the line, someone in your peer group or your friend circle, your working circle, or what have you, has been quite duplicitous. They've been very deceptive. They've been very sneaky. And it's their sneakiness that has caused you some of this turmoil. So just watch out. This person is coming in to support you, and you feel like, it's time to reevaluate what I want for my life. What kind of relationship do I want now? You're getting stronger. Your career is getting stronger. I think you're going to come to a period this month, mid-July, where you start to think about what kind of relationship you want rather than what kind of relationship can you get. Sometimes we're like, depending on our self-esteem or our level of confidence, it's like, what kind of relationships are we willing to what kind of relationships do we think we have to settle for, right? When we get to a period of increasing our self-confidence, and certainly going through this period at work, and like I said, working with people and people coming to you for your art, your mastery of whatever skill it is that you have, right, that you base your profession on. All of that self-confidence has opened up the ability for you to start thinking in terms of, well, not what I have to settle for, but what do I desire? Maybe I can manifest what I truly desire than rather than having to settle for what I get. I deserve love. I do deserve love. I deserve the kind of love that is good for me. I deserve love that I want, right? And I think you're coming through, this is a period right now for you of really reevaluating and becoming more confident. I think right around the corner is another love relationship, because that 7 of Cups is all about deciding what it is you want to manifest. What kind of dreams are you pulling into your life, right? What kind of dreams are you trying to manifest when it comes to a relationship, right? What kind of person is it that you look for, right? What kind, how do you want your person to make you feel? What kind of interactions is it that you want to have with your loved one? All of these things are things that, you have to think about if you want to send that intention out and bring in the relationship that you truly desire. Too many of us kind of say, oh, I want a love relationship, I want to meet my soulmate. And then the first person who comes in and tells you they love you, you feel as though like, okay, well, that must be my soulmate. And so now I have to put up with all this other baggage that comes with it. And it's like, that's not the case at all. I mean, you do have, it's free will. You can choose to call in the type of lover that you want. Not just anyone who's willing to love you, right? Show me some clarity on this reading for a beautiful Leo. Show me. Empress energy. Beautiful. Yeah, feeling beautiful, right? Five of Swords. Worry. Defeat. Magician out of control. Two of Cups. Here's the love card coming in. Ten of Pentacles. There's your abundance. Prince of Cups. So this Emperor could very well turn into a love relationship. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, people are very jealous. Three of Wands coming in over that King of Cups. So Three of Wands talks about like-minded individuals, virtue, right? Your community, your people. And the Devil down at the bottom to clarify your dreams. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. So Chariot is wish fulfillment, right? It's laying the groundwork for wish fulfillment. Getting things prepared, getting the Chariot prepared, right? Preparing the way, the path. What do you need to achieve your goals, right? This is when you prepare in the real world. You make very real preparations. It could be moving jobs, moving houses, whatever the case may be. All of the little preparations that we make to get on our journey to our goal. This is all part of the Chariot. Being the first 7 in the deck. The second 7 being the Star card, which is also wish fulfillment, but on a different level. So, yeah, 9 of Pentacles, feeling beautiful, feeling Empress. 9 of Pentacles does have a lot in common with the Empress in as much as she's very, she's rich with creativity. She's rich in abundance. Her abundance reflects her deep inner creativity, right? Her deep inner nourishing ability. The Empress, you know, the divine feminine within this character is being represented or projected into the material world. Hence, she has so much around her. And hence, like the Empress, she is also quite separated from many of those around her. Right? Her abundance, her riches, and all levels separates her. Just like the Empress often sits in the garden by herself too. But for very different reasons. Not because she's alone, but because the Empress is the divine feminine and she's only beholden to the divine masculine, which is the Emperor. So here we have 5 of Swords over that Strength card. So certainly, this is what I said earlier, another 5, another power struggle card, right? So that power struggle left you that relationship that you're kind of healing from the last few months or the last couple of years when it closed, right? Also, like I said earlier, the strength is like you getting back to yourself, getting back to your old Leo, getting back into knowing who you are, just how strong you are. A lot of that is as a result of this power struggle, right? Because 5 of Swords is a power struggle too, but in the area of swords, right? So it's like a defeat, right? It's when people cheat you and they end up with the hollow victory and you just walk away in disgust. It's not even worth talking to them. It's like the individual who just talks so much dribble and makes up so much nonsense and lies. It's not even worth debating with them about what they're talking about. You almost walk away from the discussion in disgust because this person is so duplicitous and so without any dignity in attempting to make their point or in attempting to win. It's such a hollow victory for them and you just don't care, right? So you've been dealing with a lot of that kind of energy in the past in relationships, and I think it's only up until now that your strength is learning how to deal with those type of power struggles, understanding when to walk away, when it's not worth it. So yeah, reaffirmations coming in, but you do have the Matches out of control on this Sun energy, right? So it's quite interesting. I think you worry, right? You worry about losing some of the sunshine that you got coming in now, right? You're starting to feel better. You're starting to free yourself. And when the Matches is out of control, oftentimes it can indicate that you're worrying about being able to manifest the next step. You feel like are things really out of my hands, or is all of this happening as a direct manifestation of my intention, or is this just happening? You just don't feel confident, you know, even though the affirmations are coming in, you just don't feel confident. You don't feel confident in yourself. And I think that's just a little bit of worry right now, right? And again, it could be also that people are telling you lies. People are saying things to you that's upsetting you, that's making you feel quite confused. Because Match is out of control over Sun, which is a lot of self-confidence, and this is utterly no self-confidence. It's quite confused energy, right? It's feeling quite confused. So I think that could be that somebody's dripping poison in your ear about some scenario, making you feel like that what you think you're seeing, the affirmations you think you're seeing aren't real, and they're kind of trying to get you to not believe in yourself. And so what they're saying isn't really jiving with reality, and so you are taking the brunt of it by kind of telling yourself, well, maybe it's me, maybe I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? So don't worry too much. Try not to internalize that, you know, that energy, because that's their objective, to try to throw you off your square. Again, like I said, I feel like love is going to come out of all of this, this forward movement in your career, right? Here comes the Two of Cups to clarify. Yeah, this next step, this next stage, this, you know, this sort of acknowledgement that you're getting for your mastery, your craft, your career, your profession. Out of all of that, that interplay, that interchange with different people coming into your life, there is a love relationship that is going to blossom. Your inspiration leads you to total abundance. Yes, like I said, abundance is coming in. You're getting your feet again with the money. Certainly as a result of your creativity, though. It's not just coming in. It's coming in because you are back to kind of your old fiery, creative Leo self. And as soon as you get back to that, and as soon as you open yourself up to it and take back control, the abundance comes in. This Emperor could very well turn into a love match, because you have Prince of Cups clarifying him. But Prince of Cups is similar to... Prince of Cups is Knight of Cups. So we're talking about flighty energy. It could be that, yeah, there's a love connection that starts, but there's not a whole lot of commitment there. So be careful. Right? So watch out. You know, require more. Remember, require more. Require this individual to really show you how stable they are or committed if this is what they profess. All right. So again, with deception, deception came out earlier, remember? And that's, again, here, because these are two very separate energies. The Emperor is all about stability and commitment, where the Prince of Cups is not. So be careful that this person, whoever this is, if it does turn into a love relationship, a love scenario, just take care that they're being honest with you. Take care that you're not reading too much into the scenario. They may be very stable in other areas of their life, but when it comes to a love relationship, they may be very flighty and non-committed. And let me tell you something. Non-commitment doesn't tell you it's not committed. You know, people tell you all the time, I love you. Yes, I want to be with you. And only you. You know, sometimes they don't even say only you. They just say, I love you and want to be with you. And that's enough for somebody. You know? Then he said he wanted to be with me. He said he loved me. Or she said she wanted to be with me. She said she loved me. You know, they may very well want to be with you. In that moment, they may have very well wanted to be with you in that moment and loved you in that moment. That does not at all mean that in 3 days, they might decide, well, you know, I don't love her that much. Or I don't love him that much. I love him, but I don't actually want to be with him. I love somebody else more. You know what I mean? It's like this idea that, you know, commitment shows you, you know, commitment is proven. The only way you can see commitment is if it's proven. By definition, it's not enough to say you're committed, because that's not the definition of commitment. Right? The the definition of commitment is proving it, remaining. Right? And so what? Somebody tells you they love you today, they want to be with you. If they can also, they have every right to turn around tomorrow and say, guess what? I loved you yesterday, but I don't love you today. I'm over it. What are you going to do? Beg them? Okay, then you're going to beg them and you're going to fight it and fight it and fight it, and then you end up looking like the crazy one. Ace of Pentacles is coming in, so that's jealousy over all this abundance. Sure, people are coming at your neck. People are hating the fact that you're getting your dreams. Seven of Wands, number for dreams. They're hating it. They want to take it. They certainly want to throw an obstacle in the way, make it difficult for you. They see, you know, Ace of Pentacles. They see Ace of Pentacles is coming. You know, they see the opportunity coming in that's going to be turning into this Ten of Abundance. Ten of Pentacles, which is abundance. They see that. Wealth is the actual name of the card. Wealth. So they're going to come at your neck. That's hateration. And this Three of Wands, like I said, is Sun and Aries energy. Yes, this person is someone who really loves you and cares for you. And it's more like a like-minded individual. Someone who's part of your tribe, your clan, your family. Three of Wands indicates that you know, that coming together, moving towards those who are like-minded of us. It's expansion. Three of Wands is when you expand your goals and your aspirations, but you're trying to expand it into a world to encompass others like you. You're moving forward in virtue. Three is the card for bonding and loyalty and working together in cooperation. So, yes, this person is a king of cups, but this person loves you very, very much. But again, I don't feel that this person is the love connection. This is someone who has deep devotion and affection for you from a long way back. Like I said, like a family member, an older family member could certainly, who's known you for quite some time and who has a lot of affection for you and just wants to be there to help. And ultimately, we end on the devil, because the devil is the ultimate exaltation of creativity, Capricorn energy. As a result of all of this, right? As a result of this reaffirmation that you get most recently in your work, because you've been creative, you've expressed yourself, right? You've been confident enough to express yourself at work, you know, taking up these new opportunities to work with others and to expand your profile, right, as it were. All of that self-confidence, like I said, has got you thinking about all new goals and dreams, and it's certainly brought in the devil, and the devil is like pure creative energy. So you feel very creative right now. You almost feel, and also you feel quite turned on. Devil energy can be, when you're feeling good in your skin, you're feeling highly creative, you feel like those around you are appreciating that creativity and that spark. There's a natural kind of increase to your libido. There's a hard-on. You get a hard-on. Girl or boy, doesn't matter, but you get that, you know, it's not, it's the representation of it. It's the libido. It's the turned on. You get turned on. You get passionate, which turns into more creativity, right? Just take care. The warning with the devil card is to take care not to revel too much in the quick satisfaction, the instant gratification of everything right now, right? Because there's a lot of instant gratification coming in when your life turns for the better like this, right? That's possible, right? Your money increases, everything increases, so now you can enjoy yourself, right? Take care not to become a slave to that, right? Remember that all of this creativity that's making this abundance possible for you and that's getting you ready for a true love relationship, right, needs to also always have a higher spiritual focus in order to remain as a positive force in your life. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful the dreams that you, the goals that you now kind of pursue, right? Remember that they also have to have higher spiritual aspirations and not be rooted in kind of shallow money, victory, beauty, you know, false prophet energy. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you wish for. Some of these cups are filled with very kind of like mundane kind of desires, right? They aren't necessarily elevated through spirit. So just take care. Take care not to take your new kind of, you know, it's almost like you've come out of quite a dull period where you felt quite down, and this new bursting forth of self-confidence, right? You just want to be careful that you don't find yourself in another situation where you've kind of become a slave to your passions, right? A slave to your desires, rather than the exalted Leo, which is completely working to your strengths and away from your weaknesses. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it. This is your mid-July love reading. Oftentimes, these readings are about where we are at on our path in our lives, because sometimes we aren't ready for love, right? Sometimes it has been quite some time before we've been involved with somebody. And sometimes we're just on the cusp of being ready to welcome somebody into our life again. And I think this is one of these readings where you're just on the cusp of that, Leo, but you just have a few little other things to tie up. And you've got some stuff coming in through work that, like I said, could absolutely open the way, right, for a possible love connection later on. All right? Beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, guys. If this resonated with you, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and share. Help me grow my channel so I can do more and more readings for you, spend more and more time on these readings for you all. Sound off below in the comments. But for right now, Leo, you know I love you guys so much. I have my moon in Leo, so I certainly resonate with you guys, and I always love you when you stop by. So this is it for your mid-July. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye, Leo.